we're looking here at how to do our cards, and it's like complete start to finish. Hopefully I'm going to be able to do it all within the next class period hour. So I've kind of taken these pieces of paper that I've given you, and I've started them. I'm going to go ahead and show you how I'm going to do the first card. You can see that this is 1 of 3, 2 of 3, and 3 of 3. I'm kind of bent them a little, but all I need to do is take a piece of a pencil and I rub the back about where the lines are. And you can see I've already did it. I'm just going to add a little layer because I want the graphite to be really soft, so it just rubs right off where I want on the card. And I'm going to do it for each one. So I already have it done and ready to go. And I rub it where now you can see I've used different papers to print off mine. They don't need to be really exact. I'm just kind of making sure that I have a good soft layer. And I kind of hold it up, make sure that I have pencil wherever those areas of the trees are. So when I trace, yeah, I did a pretty good job of getting pencil down. Now, some areas that I want to make sure that I got. I do not want to draw all these lines where the trees are. I'm going to actually paint that. But this is just kind of to give you an idea of where they should go. And I think I did this one also. It was really light, so I'm going to give it one more pass over it so that when I go to draw what I need, it shows up pretty well. And you can see how fast this is. I'm using the side of my pencil. If you have a wood pencil, they work best. It also kind of makes the tips really sharp, so if you need to draw something else, it's a good way to sharpen the tip of your pencil. And make sure you have a flat surface you do it on, because if you don't, like even where I have pencil, or I have masking tape, it kind of makes lines. There we go. So that's good. Now I fold these in half so that that pencil doesn't get everywhere. And we'll set this one aside. See, I had like a piece of tape here. I'm going to leave that. Now, for later, I'll show you why this works. This is where my card starts. You can see right here. That's where the card starts. And just for argument's sake, I might have had to start a new card. I'm going to start a new card just for you guys. Now, I kind of lay this out right where, yep, right there. Now, wherever you press down, because that, I like using a mechanical pencil with no pencil lead in it. I'm just going to kind of press where these lines are. Okay, just so I kind of know where this is. And I'm going to kind of press here. So I know where these trees are. I'm not really drawing the trees, I'm just kind of drawing the edges of them because I'm going to paint my details. Alright? If I press too hard, I get a lot of indents. And that's going to affect my painting. So I don't want to do that. I am just going to paint all my details. All this does is give me a guide for where my tree lines are. Now, I've taught you this before in class. I don't want to like move the whole thing, but you should be able to see just enough of the line without me moving everything. See if I can zoom in and see it. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's kind of dark, but you should be able to see just, especially right there, just enough. It doesn't have to be perfect, it's just enough for you to see it. Okay? So I'm back. I particularly like to make sure that I don't like to do too much drawing on this because I don't like having that much graphite on my watercolor. But I like to make sure I put where the bottom of my trees are. Some people like to do a lot of drilling on theirs. And when I read the instructions, so like there's the bottom of this tree. There's the bottom of this tree. There's the bottom of this tree. We'll see what happens here. And here's the bottom of this tree. And there's a total of 4 trees right here. Now you'll notice that on this one, there's more trees. And they're in the back further. Maybe they're there's like some more trees in the back. But we'll work with them here in a second. They're just different trees. So those are more stencils for us. You can see here, I don't know if you can tell. I'm going to bring it up closer, maybe it'll focus in. I don't think it will. But what I did was I made these marks, and that shows me where the bottom of my trees are. So I can zoom in a little bit. Aha, focus for me. Hopefully you can see them. Well, it tells me on my instructions that I need to, and I think it's step 1, turn your card upside down and hold it at an angle. Wet a tree trunk with clear water or slightly tinted water. Using gravity as your assistant, drop diluted quinacridone burnt orange near the base of your tree and let the paint travel downward towards the edge of your card. So I'm going to talk about the quinacridone burnt orange, which is a beautiful, beautiful color. Now you don't really have a list of the colors right here, but I'm going to show you how to make these trees and how they really get organic when we use our water. So I drew where I wanted the base of my trees to go. Now, the point is not to make these trees look exactly like the trees on here, but I want you to start working upside down for a while so that we kind of get, so this is our tree. This is our card right here. And I did my 4 trees. So I have my water. And it's not really tinted yet, but I'm going to put a bead of water here. And then I'm going to kind of drag it down and let it roll all the way to that. It's going to roll all the way down here to this top of the card. And now what it does is it looks like a tree. I'm going to do a slightly bigger one because this is closer to the top, so I need a little bit bigger bead of water. And it's going to be a little bit more, moves a little bit more, all the way to the top. And it gets a little skinnier as it gets up here. Now I'm going to do one more. This is going to be a little skinnier. But since I marked where my trees start, I can control them. I know exactly. This one actually kind of branches a little bit, so I can even make it branch. And then I got this one way over here. And I don't have to make it exactly like the other card. Woo! Alright. Now, because they're wet, I'm going to add some of this burnt orange. This is my favorite part. So, now, I have my trusty little tray. You can use any plastic for this. Now, do not make this rust color, this quinacridone orange, way too dark. You want to use lots of water with this, so it needs to be really, 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 really thin, because you just want to barely see it. So I put it on here. And this is my practice. And I'm going to add water to it, and wherever that water is on the card, this paint's going to go. So I may have to kind of guide it a little. Oh, see, there it ran. And we want to keep it wet because I got another color that I got to add to it. But I don't want to paint. I'm just letting it run. That's the whole point. Now, if you've already used one of your cards and you're like, this isn't anything of what I did, Missy, well, cut your card in half and try it again. I'm telling you, this is more fun. I think it's fun. Nobody else may think it's fun, but oh crap, I messed it up. Hold on, I gotta get my paper towel. All right. So you see all this water at the edge? If you just want to dab it, that will happen. Okay. So you can kind of see these. Now, it says to use an ultramarine. That's the lighter of the two blues. But you also can use a violet, which is one of these reds mixed with it. So I got this red. There's another red here. Oh, I think I like the first red. I don't know. Let me see. I want to mix a little blue with it. So the lighter of the two blues. Oh. Lots and lots of water with it. I don't know if I like that one. Here we go. And more blue. If you got a drip of blue with it, then you're just golden, because then I actually need a new lid. My lids are kind of, my palette's kind of getting a little funky here. I also have the lid for my paint. I'm going to use one of these. See, I can use my little corners here and use my blue. You can use your blue, you can dab a little red in it, and get purple. Purple works really well with this. There we go. And add a little bit of purple and let it run. So add more water, let the purple go. And what happens when the purple mixes with the orange? Makes the most beautiful tree color. Winter tree. Ah, I got crazy with my tree branch. It like went out. I'm gonna have to dab that. See, if I was quick, I can catch it. But really, it just needs to follow. There we go. Got a little something. But when it dries. Now, let me read back my instructions. I'm going to add the 3 colors to mingle, travel up and down your tree trunk. So I'm going to allow my brush, and you can use a skinny, super skinny brush to pull some of the branches out. So I like to do it with water. Use a little bit of the purple. And I kept my pictures upside down to pull some of the branches out. You don't want to go crazy with the branches, but usually up here, just a couple. And I can use my orange to do it too. But now I usually have you guys use the picture to follow and to do that. Okay? So I'm going to pause this now, let you guys watch, but that should give you the start for what you need to do.